Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with the word for today. And the word for today is prepare. Prepare for war. Wake up the warriors. Let the weak say they are strong. Hurry, wake up, for there are many people in the valley of decision. Now, this is the word of the Lord for the season that we're in. The question becomes, how do I prepare? And I think the answer starts with embracing the disciplined life of a disciple. Hebrews tells us that the Lord disciplines those he loves. Now, don't think of punishment. Think of training. The training, the practice necessary to become proficient at any skill. The reality is, to become really good at something, you have to dedicate your life to it. You have to choose to practice, to train, to do the exercises, to develop your skills, to the exclusion of a lot of other things, a lot of other good things. Now, everybody needs a coach, someone who can bring correction. Once again, don't think punishment. Think somebody who is dedicated to watching you practice, train, exercise, and point out ways to practice, train, exercise more effectively, so that when it comes to crunch time, you perform at optimum levels. The weapons of our warfare are not natural weapons, they are spiritual weapons. One of the things I know about natural weapons is they need to be handled with respect, with attention, with focus. Same goes for tools. Another thing I know about natural weapons is that it takes practice, training, and exercise to be able to use them with proficiency. Now, according to Ephesians, our spiritual weapons are righteousness, truth, peace, faith, salvation, the word, prayer. In Hebrews, it tells us to keep practicing, to keep living righteously, to study truth so that we can think truth, speak truth, live truth, to be so aligned with God and His Word that we're at peace with God, at peace with ourselves, and at peace with others. To develop and strengthen our faith. To be clear, that means to develop and strengthen our trust in Jesus, our reliance on Jesus, our obedience to Jesus. So we need to walk in the reality of our salvation. I think that this is something most of us as Christians take for granted, and that we're not cognitively aware of the massive implications of our salvation. And walking in the implications of our salvation, it takes discipline, takes effort, takes exercise, and it changes the way our interactions are with the world around us. Another weapon is the Word, and we need to study the Word so as to accurately think the Word, speak the Word, live the Word. And we need to practice praying all kinds of prayer, especially praying in the Spirit. So the call of God, the word of the Lord for this season, is to prepare by developing and strengthening our spiritual weapons, and especially developing and strengthening our ability to flow in the gifts of the Spirit. This takes dedication. This takes saying no to some good things so that you can say yes to the God things. And remember, there are many people in the valley of decision. This is what we're fighting for. This is what we're going to war for. So the word for today is prepare. God bless. Check in tomorrow.